I mean, it's going.
Okay, fuck yeah.
The big one to talk about now.
Hey, it's one of the cards. It's one of the cards. And the whole time I was on my way over here, I was like, how do we not do a 2-hour episode on all the fights on this cards? Because, it's tough. They're all good. I mean, they weren't all good.
Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you notice, we're not in bar stools anymore.
Hey,
No, we're not.
we can turn, son. Hell yeah.
They do recline. I'd have to pull them off against the wall a little bit to recline them. It ain't necessary today, but just
do know.
upgrading.
Do know these fucking feet, goddamn, they can come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta tell you, hey, we got drinks for a little more relaxed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I've been drinking. I had to sip.
I think our voice might be a little loud. Let me just slide you on. Yeah, okay, that's better. Keep it in green.
Keeping the green. But yeah, man. First fight. It wasn't a bad fight, but it wasn't like quite as knockdown drag out as some of the other ones on the card. But it was of note. It is Joanne Wood's last fight, if I'm correct.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think she's flirted with retirement once before and then maybe came back. But I think
I do remember that.
I think that she said like this is officially the last one. I don't remember. I think they gave her a little post fight speech, even though she lost.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be wrong on that. I don't remember. But yeah.
Probably the slowest fight on the card, I think.
It was one of the slower ones. I feel like there were some other ones. I don't know. It wasn't a bad fight.
No, it definitely wasn't bad, but there was a lot of them that were just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot wait to get to the top two. I can't. I was telling folks while I was playing games. I think I was actually streaming, and I was talking about the fights while I was streaming. Nobody could hear it or anything. I was just playing games with my buddy, and I was listening to it. I was watching. I was like, hey, bro, look, I ain't even finna be really locked in. I got shit to do, and I'm watching it, bro. And the whole time I'm telling the folks I'm playing with, some random people, I was like, bro, I got 2,000 on this dude to win. And this dude goes, damn. He said, 2,000? I said, my man got to win. Let's go win. And if I'd have had 2,000 on him, win by KO, that would have been I'd have been pocketing some money.
Oh, that would have been nasty. So you didn't have no 2Gs on him?
No, I was
lying a little boy.
That's how much faith I had in him. And but anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. CJ Vergara, he did not look. I mean, I didn't think he looked great. I didn't think he looked awful, but
Almabayev did his damn thing, dude. Kazakhstan, those are some motherfuckers.
yes.
That's like like we had talked about it last time. Like they're like Shavkat from Kazakhstan, Gennady Golovkin. So like there are like some like scary. It's like these like little pocket countries that you've like never heard of until you see like one really scary guy. And you're like, I don't know if that guy's like. I don't know if he's Asian or like European. You feel like the weird mixture in there. You see him like and then like and then they just start whooping the fucking shit out of people in front of you, and you're like, oh, okay. And you look at that flag, and you're like, I'm afraid of everyone from there now. And now it's like you're starting to see that pile up with Kazakhstan. It's like I feel like we're just going to start to slowly over the next couple of years, kind of like Dagestan. Like you never heard of it until you heard of it, and then you're like, oh shit, everyone from there has the pause. Everyone from there has the pause. So Asu.
Yeah, it was. I watched. This was the first one I really got because I was starting everything up when this one started, and I was back and forth trying to get everything set up. On this one, I was okay. I've seen her fight before. I haven't really seen this chick fight very much, but I'd seen her fight before, and I don't mind her fights. Get to this one. For some reason, I was seeing that everybody was real hyped around him.
Yeah, I knew of him more than Almabayev coming into the fight. I had seen CJ Vergara. I want to say was on the Contender Series. And he's I can't remember what his record is coming into this, but I want to say that he was kind of like a little prospect coming in, not necessarily to this fight, but when he came into the UFC. He was
12-4 when he came into this fight.
Okay, what was his record when he came into the UFC? Because I feel like since he's come to the UFC, he's not really done great.
I mean, he had 2 wins, KO, a loss, and then a KO, a decision win, and then he lost this one by decision. So he was 9. He was probably 10. I think he was 10-4. When he come in, do you think there's some more?
Yeah, I think
oh shit! No,
yeah,
he did. So he lost,
came in, won,
lost, won, lost. Oh, so he's going to be a back and forth there. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So Yeah, coming in, I feel like I don't know, he has power in his hands. I feel like he was like an exciting fighter, but I think he missed weight. I don't know if that's the first time he's missed weight or if he's had some issues with that in the past.
Did he miss weight on this fight?
I think he was the only person that missed weight on the card, if I'm not mistaken. I think he missed
that would be a shitty way to
by a pound or two. But yeah, and then ended up, which sometimes like whenever the guy misses weight, they'll come into that. I think that like the rate on it's like there's a decent chunk of the time when the guy misses weight and the opponent still fights. The guy that missed weight wins a good bit of the time due to the advantage, whether it's just the weight or not having to deplete themselves. So it didn't seem to be much of an issue for my boy Amabayev. And the next fight.
And see, this was the one you had mentioned something about. You were like, hey, remember that guy that I was talking about? And I didn't know who you was talking about until I had seen the clips of this guy. Yeah. And that you said all of his fights, like 3 of them together, lasted 20 seconds. And this dude, everybody was kind of, I don't know if I'm going to say they probably weren't making fun of him, but all the clips were like, this dude is just crazy. The way he fights is just way out of the ordinary. And I'm watching, and I'm thinking, it's not much different than MVP. He fights kind of bouncy weird. It's just the fact that this dude is a heavyweight doing it. You don't see heavyweights bouncing like that.
Yeah, and he's so long for heavyweight. So even whenever you do see a heavyweight throwing spinny shit and bouncing around like doing traditional martial arts, it's like a Chris Barnett. It's like a short Kung Fu Panda build. This big sumbitch is like, he's like built like the Iron Giant. You know what I mean? Like, he just like pulls up, bro. And here's the thing.
And he must have lunch boxes inside of his skin, dog. Because
I imagine that motherfucker's hands are the size of that laptop, bro.
He hit this dude with a shot that didn't look that powerful and just crumpled him.
When he hit him with 2 of them, if you want, like he slips on the kick and he pops up, he immediately tags him with one. Still moving backwards, tagged with that second one that fucking puts him to the knee. And then as he rolls over, that fucking uppercut was nasty.
Yeah.
Then he landed again. Because when it first happened, I was like, okay, stoppage was kind of fast. And then when you go back and you watch it again, you realize, okay, he literally throws on him 4 times. He hits him every time he hit. Like, every shot lands and appears to hurt him pretty badly.
Yeah.
And then when he's being pulled off, Parisian's literally like elbows to like he's full-blown fetal position, and I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 more shots was gonna knock him completely out. So I felt like it was a fair stoppage.
He did that thing 18 seconds. He's a bad man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, still,
and I think Parisian even kind of hit him with a couple that, if I remember right, he landed a couple that like kind of he stumbled when he was hitting him.
I thought he hit him coming forward, because Robles, I think it's Robles, slipped on the head kick.
Yes.
Falls down whenever he pops back up. I think he gets hit once or twice as he's running back.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like it was sloppy on both ends. It was just like a real train wreck. Just,
who's going to be sloppier and in this thing?
It's just like, which one of these big boys going to land that thumper first? And it was the Cuban. Is he Cuban, correct?
Yeah, Cuban.
Yeah.
Performance of the night for 18 seconds. I mean, you really should have just gave him start of the night. He didn't perform either. He started and ended. Let's see. Hey, this one was kind of fun. I was.
All right. Michel Pereira is that dude, bro. He's goddamn big as shit. Don't know how he ever weighed 170 pounds in his life. Yeah. I don't even know if he was born at 170. That dude is thick as fuck, bro. Yeah. And it's like, he's looking really good, settling into 185. Dude ran through Oleg Jacek, which like, he's not like a world beater. I don't think that he was ranked coming into it necessarily, but like still, Michel is Oleg Jacek. Not an easy, not a guy you run through in a minute and a second like that, dude.
It was so hectic. Battling out on the feet kind of, and then he gets him on, and I'm like, bro, this dude is just going crazy over here. I don't think I've ever seen him get a submission victory. Usually he's trying to go for flipping stuff and spinning and kicking.
Well, he's become a lot more reserved as of late. Just because I think that he came in, he was doing it, and he realized like, okay, it doesn't work as well on some of these dudes, and also he was getting tired. Now, granted, could have had something to do with having to cut down to 170. Could have been a lot more depleted. So maybe he brings the flips back. Now he's a big boy flipping. He's got that gas tank to him. We can at least see a cartwheel or something. But dude, he didn't have time to do a cartwheel. Like, he comes out, man, was throwing heavy shots, dude. Was throwing heat on everything. Hit him with a nasty little body kick, and then he throws.
Yeah, like right here. That motherfucker come out, and I was like, damn, he kicked him hard.
I was like, okay, that's what we're doing. And then, yeah, you were right, dude. It was hectic. The finish was hectic, but he hurts him with like a straight shot. It was weird because he throws a straight, and like it looked like it hit him in the liver, which is normally, like they pointed out on commentary, you normally kind of got to dig a hook kind of at an angle to the body to really like get in the liver. He throws a straight, I guess because he was off to like an angle just in like how his footwork sets him up. In the liver, and dude, he tried his damnedest to like not show it. Did not do a good job. Did not do a good job of not showing it. And no fault of his. Most dudes would have shit themselves getting hit that hard. But yeah, fucking, he gets hurt. Michel rushes in, and then like it looked like a high school fight. Like he just like got behind him and like just like forced a fucking choke. It was like he just did the choke that everyone has seen. He like tried to like put him in a sleeper hold. And then, yeah, they like just kind of like goes to the ground with them. Doesn't have. I don't think he even had one hook in. He was off to the side of the. It was a bulldog choke, right? And then, yeah, bro, he kind of grabs the hands for a second. Does not really do. He can't do too much fighting. Yeah. He's belly down. I mean, he shows like against the cage. You really can't even like. Yeah, it's ended up fucking going out. And yeah, I would say that. I mean, I'd have to look at the other one. I think that was submission of the night for me, though. I mean, I guess he technically didn't tap, but dude, that was fucking brutal. Performance as a whole, just the way that he kind of fucking ran at him and just like mauled him into like just he big brothered him. He really big brothered him. That's like you like told on your big brother for sneaking out, and he fucking runs in your room, punches you in the stomach, and then like chokes you out against the room. You like wake up with some drool on you. You're like, what the fuck? That's what happened. Michel versus Mikael.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad he won because I think if I'm correct, he might have lost his last one, or there was one of them that he lost.
I thought he was on a couple.
It says I thought he was on a streak. I didn't think he was on. Yeah, a streak.
I thought he was on a bit of a streak, especially going to
maybe he was
middleweight.
He was. Oh snap! I thought he lost. Okay, that was in 20. The last time he lost. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention.
What's this?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's on 7 now. Hey, they're gonna have to give him somebody in top 10 or something.
Yeah, let's get these rankings. Well, no, we don't necessarily gotta. Yeah. We'll just roll through. If we matchmake everybody at the card, we'll be fucking all night. But yeah, no,
Oh. Okay.
We get a little squirrely. Yeah, no, Michel Pereira, that fucking boy.
Yeah, they gotta give him. I think give him somebody top 10. He's the 7 fight. You gotta give him top 10. You give him top 15. It's kind of. I mean, you could go top 15, but it's kind of doing him an injustice because he's on a 7 fight. I mean, he's literally, no matter who you throw at him, he's been doing his thing.
I mean, he might be ranked at middleweight. Is he ranked? Because he is on a bit of a tear, and I don't think that it shows it there on that screen. No. Okay, dude, plenty of fucking killers in there you could throw at him.
Yeah,
plenty of killers. You know, I'd like to see him fight Chris Curtis. Would be a fun one. Just on the feet to see those two.
I think he beats Chris Curtis. I think he's too strange for Chris. Chris Curtis goes a little bit slower. I think he moves.
Yeah. That awkwardness. Yeah, but sometimes you'll see, and that's where
give him. You want to give him somebody? Give him Hernandez.
Yeah, a little fluffy.
I mean, Kyle, he's kind of nasty too.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's still number 5. He'd be on an 8 fight at that point. And typically, when you see somebody on an 8 fight, they're getting a fight number like fucking.
But I think some of those are at welterweight. I don't know how many of his streak is at middleweight. Right, so they might want to see him kind of prove himself a little bit more.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You gotta give him top 15 then.
Yeah. Next fight, I'm gonna be honest. I remember just a ton about it. I remember that it was an all right fight. I remember Felipe Lenz's leg getting beaten to shit.
Yeah, he was I think the first round or two it was getting punished, man. He was punishing his legs. And really, I don't know what they were giving this dude the win for, because I think I had it a little different. I mean, just in total strikes, as you can see, he's about 40 more than him.
Yeah,
and now,
but it is a round by round thing. So like, if a lot of those were, that last round,
we
poured it on him.
But now he got a takedown. That was a close round, but I guess the takedown probably gave it to him. Because he had a takedown or he didn't.
Yeah.
And then this one, again, this round and the third round, I could have gave this round to Eon, but I mean, I ain't mad that Felipe won because Eon's been kind of a Eon, whatever his name is, Cutelaba. He's been on a weird little streak. He's been losing a few. He done lost a few, and like you're not showing out the way you used to.
I feel like Cutelaba used to be. I felt like he was a more aggressive guy.
He was not very aggressive in this fight.
And I do feel like some of his last fights, he has not been maybe that's just him trying to be not as reckless as he was. But I feel like whenever he first came into the UFC, I remember seeing him just being like, oh, that guy's fucking kind of a wild man. He just seemed unhinged at times. Kind of almost that Marvin Vettori kind of vibe where you're like, oh, what the, like there's a screw loose in this fucker. But and not to say that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know if it served him very well in this fight.
I wouldn't have been mad if he'd got the win. I thought the first round was pretty early. I mean, both of them. You give Lenz the second round because he had that takedown. It was pretty close in terms of striking. First round was close enough to where I thought, I mean, if you didn't, 10 strikes ain't many strikes. It didn't make a difference.
You also got to think about it like this. One, like the 10 strikes could have been like super hard,
and it could have bloodied him. I can't
like,
remember if he was bloodied up or not.
And also some of the strikes are going to be the leg kicks.
Yeah.
So, and some people argue those should matter more than they do. Some people should, say that they.
I don't know. If you're just kicking him and you can't physically tell that the dude is hurt, if he's limping, you did it.
You're doing something. I feel like,
but if he's not limp, he's just taking them all, and you're not.
Or if he's checking it, it's like, like we're both getting hurt there.
Then it shouldn't. I mean, so it's.
I don't know. And also, judges don't have the stats on hand,
right.
So like they just kind of gotta go with what they see the first time, which I guess like that could be beneficial because then you'd have people guessing based off numbers. But I mean, dude, with some of the shitty cards or scorecards we have, it's like, they'd rather guess off numbers than clearly just they're guessing any goddamn way. Some of these fuckers are flipping a coin, dude.
Hey, what you think?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, what'd you do? Hey, just change it up a little. Change it up a little bit so we don't get caught.
Damn, what was I watching? I'm gonna put 10-8 too. Yeah, right. Sometimes they be tripping, and it's crazy.
Yeah. So
it wasn't a bad fight.
I don't remember how I scored this in, but I don't think I was mad whenever Felipe.
No, I wasn't mad. Yeah, it was. I mean, overall, it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was alright.
Hey,
now they're gonna goddamn pick it up, Bubba.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Kyler Phillips came up there and did his damn thing,
bro.
He was tagging this dude. I'm pretty sure it was his jab was just tagging the shit out of him.
It was everything, man. He was mixing it up super well. Bro,
I haven't really seen Pedro get. Like, I have a feeling Sean O'Malley probably would have done that to him had their fight not got. Yeah, I think their fight ended, didn't it? Him and Pedro through the eye poke.
The eye poke,
yeah,
that's right.
And I think if that hadn't ended the way it was, I bet Sean would have done him similar, if not worse. But you don't really see Pedro getting done that way. Kyler really came in there and did his thing.
No, dude, I'm so excited for down the road, dude. If Kyler Phillips puts together another fucking 4 or 5 fights, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be ranked now after beating Pedro the way that he did. Dude, I mean, so maybe not even that many fights. I mean, bantamweight's stacked as fuck, so at this point, he's going to have to fight nothing but killers. Pedro Munoz is a killer.
He's probably on his way out, though.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, and he's number 13, but you're going to start seeing him climb the rankings and fight some of these other dudes in the thick of it. So the idea, dude, that Kyler Phillips could fight Sean O'Malley, whether he's still champion or if Sean does lose the belt and he fights Sean on his way up, dude, the way that those two would match up stylistically on the feet is nuts. Now, I think that, I mean, Sean for sure, like he has the better feints. I think Sean has more power. But I mean, Kyler's young. Kyler's going to evolve over the course of those, next 4 or 5 fights, however many it would be.
Man, it looks like Tarzan.
Dude, it's so wild. Like, he looked so different on The Ultimate Fighter a couple of years ago. He had the short hair and shit. And even his fight style, man, like he was always talented. But, dude, something I want to came back to the UFC because I think he lost on The Ultimate Fighter, didn't win, and I don't know if he got signed immediately. But I feel like there was some distance between that and when he came back to the UFC. And I mean, he's had a couple fights since he's been back, dude, and he's looked good in all of them. Because I remember whenever I heard his name, I was like, shit, I remember that guy. But he looked different. He had the long hair, and he had it all braided up and shit. And I was like, yo, this guy looked kind of cool, man. Right. He kind of seemed like a little bit of a square on the Ultimate Fighter. I was like, this dude kind of chill, bro. And then he's fucking throwing the spinning shit, and I was like, okay, he's kind of, yeah. So, and I think he trains at MMA Lab. So he's with the good camp.
Well, speaking of, I don't know why MMA Lab made me think of this. I meant to show you. My cousin trains at American Top Team in Seattle.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
I didn't know he moved. I know he moved. So he was training up in Wisconsin. He was training at some, I'm gonna say not very well known place, and then he moved to Seattle with his dad, and he was training someplace. You probably heard of it before. I can't remember what it was. And now he's training at American Top Team. I'm pretty sure it's American Top Team.
Yeah.
In Seattle, and I was like, damn.
That's pretty wild. I know they got a couple of different like satellite locations.
He wants to be. He's had a couple fights. He's not, but now he's getting better. He's looking better in his training. I haven't seen him. I've never watched a fight of his, but I think because there's so lack of people wanting to fight, there's not very many people at his weight class around that are doing amateur fights or whatever. He hasn't had very many, and he's had to do like a strictly kickboxing fights because he can't get MMA fights. And he's like, it sucks.
It is smart though, man, that he's at least doing that, and he's kind of getting to sharpen different parts of his craft.
And he's tall, and I think he's fighting at a low, like he's doing like a Sean O'Malley, real fucking tall, and fighting it real fucking low. And I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, I don't know why that made me think of it. Usually when I get an idea, I gotta say it right then. Just
shit. Props to Cuz, dude. We gotta go watch one of his fights or something.
Yeah. Great. Anyway, great fight. It was fun, super fun fight, and that really kicked it off for me.
Yeah, Kyle Phillips is that dude. I mean, I was kicked off for sure. For sure, by the time there was an 18-second knockout, I was kicked off, and then I kind of got I think that also might have played into me maybe being a little bit on the lull during that Kudalaba fight. You come off that 18-second knockout. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Right. And then it was kind of.
You think he's gonna come in there and be a madman, and he doesn't. And
it was a little bit slower paced, but that leg did look fucking nasty. I will say that. It looked like he had a fucking computer mouse.
A lot of decisions. There's several decisions up until I mean, really, the whole card was a lot of.
The finishes were kind of sprinkled in and out. This one, dude, another
man. I knew before, like, I think when I watched Fazeev do his thing against RDA, I knew RDA was not going to win against the next person that he went up against. Was my thought process.
You felt like he was...
he had enough.
I mean, I didn't think that he looked bad against Gamrot.
He didn't look bad, but he could not stop that, man.
But Gamrot's a motherfucker.
He is.
Gamrot is, I mean, like, and this is just like another absolute hammer.
I mean,
you have to add to the list.
I mean, 11.
He's a tank, dude. He's
yeah.
I mean, a lot of these have
the closest round, but you got taken down 5 times.
A lot of these got to be grounded strikes too. Yeah,
and that's a lot. I mean,
yeah. What was the control time like? Does it have that?
Let's see.
Weird cat did not have.
You would think they would have that.
Oh, okay.
He did have a knockdown though. I don't even remember when that was, but
man. Yeah, you know, like RDA. I don't think that it's a thing where like I didn't feel like he looked washed in this.
No, he wasn't.
At all. Like he's still with it.
I knew when you lose to Fazeev, it was a knockout. I'm pretty sure it was a knock. Actually, it was either a kick or a fucking right hook. If I'm correct, he got knocked out by Fazeev.
I don't remember what he got hit with. Yeah, I don't know.
I just knew. I was like, okay, whoever they give him next, he's not gonna win to, because they're gonna give him somebody who's on a probably win streak, and that was Mateus Gamrot.
Gamrot's a dog that I only think he's got like 2 losses.
I think he lost to Sarukian. I think.
Yeah, and was that a split? Might have been a split decision. I remember that one. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like he got fucking dogged out in that one. And Sarukian's about to fight Oliveira for the like a #1 contender matchup.
Yeah, and I think I've seen a lot of people saying that Sarukian is going to win that. I actually don't think that. I think it's going to be a close, but that man, I think he'll knock Charles down.
I'm going Charlie Olive.
I think he knocks Charles down, but I think Old Charlie finds a way.
Yeah, honestly, dude, Armand might just need to avoid knocking him down. If you can just not knock him down, you might.
Or if you don't knock him down, back up.
If you knock him down, dude, you're fucked.
They can get back up.
Yeah, well, when you make him get back up, he comes back the next round and he just kills you. So it doesn't get much better then. You can't knock him down. That's the thing. He's like
turns on a switch and just like, now I'm invincible.
Yeah. It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
I'm going Oliveira. Charles is I don't think in recent years I've seen a fight where Charles is not entertaining in some way.
Oh no, he's probably got to be one of the top 5 funnest guys.
Well, because when he gets in there, and I wasn't a fan of him for a long time. I just didn't think he was being as entertaining. But once he started winning against people that
there was definitely something that happened.
Hey, what do you colored his fucking hair?
He sold his soul to the devil, and I don't know if maybe the coloring the hair was like a byproduct of that, but he joined the Illuminati or something. Like something for sure happened.
He starts wiggling.
Or like they cloned him. You remember whenever Gucci Mane went to prison and he came out and he had abs and it was like definitely not the same guy. It feels like they replaced Charles Oliveira with a bleach blonde hair dude. It just fucking is the most entertaining fighter in the UFC.
And because even when he like we said, whenever he gets hurt, I saw it was that there was one fight where Aljamain tried to do it, got knocked down, and when Charles gets knocked down, he has a good habit of not going backwards. He's going straight down forward. When he gets knocked down, he's going to his knees. So when they're trying to swing at him and hit him with this, he's so good at dodging. I've seen Aljo.
Oh yeah, he'll bob and weave on the ground.
And he's nasty at it.
Yeah,
he's nasty at the bob.
Aljo's pretty cool. It's just, and that would be so frustrating to drop a dude and then you're like, all right, goddamn it, you're doing head movement now. I'm thinking I'm saying, kick the fuck out of him. Just bicycle kick him right here. Bicycle kick him. That's the fucking jump up, and that's like the Liu Kang. Whatever. Soccer kick him. Bicycle kick him.
Yeah, it's jump back.
Fucking hit him with that Jackie Chan.
Fucking kick the shit out of him is what I think, but obviously can't do that in the UFC. But no, how we got talking about Charles? Oh, because he's fighting Sarukian.
Yeah,
but my man can't call me right now. Sorry, can't answer the phone.
But yeah, Gamrot sets himself up for something pretty big.
I mean, who does he fight at this point? It's gonna have to be maybe Beneil. Off the dome, I'm thinking Beneil.
Beneil's got to be right below him at this point, right?
He's number. Oh yeah, now he is. He just jumped him. So
because Gamrot was 6th or that.
You can. It's all about
Gamrot jump Michael Chandler. That's crazy, dude. Conor McGregor's ruining Chandler's career, bro. He's just gonna pull him down. Dude,
Conor's not even on here anymore.
No, that's Conor's goal. I feel is to make Michael Chandler also.
Conor's not even fighting here. They're not going to fight here. I have a feeling they're going to fight here. Apparently, there's no telling.
Yeah, literally, who's above Gamrot?
Fighting just fought, but he ain't got to worry about him. He's fighting him.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
He's fighting this other man over here.
Everybody's booked up, but these are fights that are going to happen soon.
Actually.
So that's gonna
you give him one of these two.
Oh, you want him to fight backwards?
Well, Fiziev,
is he still hurt?
The only person he lost to is this one right here.
That's the only person to be in go.
Well, that's the last. So I think before that,
I feel like he got injured in his last fight, didn't he? I don't know how long ago that was, or what the status is on that. But I think that he had I think he was throwing.
What we doing?
Kick.
Thank you.
And hurt his knee.
12-3.
Fought Gamrot.
Oh, he fought Gamrot.
Yeah. Threw a kick though, in the first round, first or second.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, tore his knee or some shit.
Bro, did these lights just get like a deeper color yellow? I feel like they just got a deeper color yellow, while I'm looking at them.
They might. I don't know. I've been avoiding staring directly at them.
Well, I was looking at this, and when that went, I was like, "Oh shit, it got dark in here." You see spots. Yeah, little ring like spots. I don't know. Okay, so never mind. The only person you give him was probably Beneil then, because the rest of these you're going to wait a long time.
Honestly, brother, shit. UFC 300's next month. Dude, give him the loser of Armand versus Charlie Olives. If the winner's going to fight for the belt potentially. Getting
He already fought Armand and lost to him.
Yeah, but it was a close one. It's been a couple of years. Armand's had some losses, and I don't know if he's lost since. And if Armand loses against Charles, but yeah, I guess if Charles wins, it does make it a little harder.
1-3. God, dog. He beat Beneil. He's not. I don't think he's gonna beat him. So Silva wins.
Ismagulov.
No,
he beat
him.
Armand.
I thought Sarukian
Unanimous
beat him.
decision. Okay. Well, regardless of that, it would have been a close fight. I don't feel like Sarukian got dominated. I remember. I feel like it was
2 years ago.
It was a really wrestling heavy affair.
Yeah, it was.
I watched that bitch in a camper. We ran a Tough Mudder the day before and fucking rented a Airbnb camper. We're like, that'd be cute. We should do a little something different. Turns out camper showers fucking suck to shower after doing like a Tough Mudder in. You're like, I want a big shower to do this, and I'm kind of confined.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the loser, or hell, if you want to give him.
Yeah, well, at this point, it wouldn't seem like giving him Armand would make sense, because if Armand loses to Charles Oliveira and you've already beat him, what the fuck do you do?
Give him the winner.
Armand?
You give him the winner of those, but at the same time, that's tough because it's like, damn, the winner of that should be. Damn, is he
the
there?
winner of that should be fighting for the belt?
But no, you can't say that.
He just did his thing.
And really, I'll be honest, it's going to be based off of who the champ is. Islam said he was willing to fight Dustin. I told you that beforehand, and we thought that was I don't know if you thought that was real or not, or if you thought
I knew that Ali was kind of talking his shit,
and then
I just learned. But if Islam's cool with it,
but now he says Islam really is cool with it, and I think Islam doesn't want to wait that long. Because now, if you wait on Justin, let's say Justin beats Max, because technically Justin should be next. He beat Dustin.
Well, Charles Oliveira never got to fight him again, right?
Yeah.
So, but he kind of ran through Oliveira.
I'm just basing off of the fact that Charles has a fight right now.
Yeah.
Dustin would be the clear next person. Not Dustin. Justin would be next.
But Justin's also got the fight.
Yes, and so it's
that kind of, I guess, makes it Dustin. But I don't know. Yeah, it's sticky.
If Dustin's up there, let's say he beats Dustin. Well, then who do you give him? Who do you give? Because you got Armand versus Charles,
yeah,
and then you got Justin, who beat the guy you just beat.
Yeah, if Max beats Justin, that shakes all kind of shit up. So
honestly, if Max beats Justin,
because it
would make lightweight easier. But then Max could say, "What if I want to fight for the belt?"
That's what I'm saying. That's where it gets. I don't know. So because if Max beats Justin, you got to think, dude. If I'm beating Justin Gaethje, I got a decent shot at getting the belt. You know what I mean? Like
you don't have a decent shot at beating.
I think that you have a better shot if you beat Justin Gaethje convincingly. Then that means that he has rewired his frame if he can do that. You know what I mean? And he does look big.
No,
I've seen some footy of that.
I don't think that he would have a chance versus Islam. Because Islam will take you down. Islam will not get hit 45,000 times. He's going to and I don't think Max can hold his own on the ground. I don't think he could hold his own versus that man.
Yeah, Islam's the problem for everybody.
Max couldn't take Volk down.
I wouldn't say that he would try to take Islam down at all.
Islam will try to take him down, though.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing it. It doesn't. So
it's hard to think of any fight with Islam versus anybody and not think of a scenario where he just takes him out and beats the fuck out of him and chokes him out. And you're like, well, I guess what do? You know what I mean? It's like fucking. You think that though until somebody knees him in his head and he fucking goes to the land of wind and ghosts, and we will clip that because if he ever does get kneed, watch that be like the fight that he like loses the belt. Somebody hits him with like an off knee and then it'll Joe Stradamus.
Really, the top six is just in shambles right now. You don't really know what to do because Michael Chandler is waiting out.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's just waiting on a payday. That's all he wants because he's not even.
They need to like promise him a contingency plan. It's like, look, dude, if he doesn't come, we'll give you like an automatic title shot for like waiting for.
I mean, they should. And
or just
would he beat Islam?
No
shot.
No,
I mean, he hit him with one of them rhinoceros hands.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they got to give him something big. If the Conor thing doesn't come through, it's like, okay, I don't know, maybe they're not.
Dana keeps saying it's the money, Connor says I'm fighting Michael Chandler in June, and then I'm gonna fight Nate Diaz for the third time, and it's like, you can say whatever you want, but you're saying one thing and the boss is saying a whole nother thing. That's not happening. You're not fighting Nate.
Yeah, you guys aren't agreeing on something. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of posturing. I saw that Connor was at some kind of a press conference for Roadhouse, and he was saying some shit about like Hunter Campbell. Let's make it happen, and it's like, what do you mean, let's make it happen?
Are you calling out Jake Gyllenhaal? What are we doing now?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he was saying like about the Michael Chandler thing. Like, let's make some moves. So. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would just say we gotta wait till after 300, see how some stuff plays out.
Because that's gonna
who wins what, who calls out who.
Because could I see you doing? Okay, I could actually see them do. I could actually see them saying Islam versus Dustin for the title, theoretically speaking, and then putting Chandler and Michael as the co-main. I mean, Chandler and Connor as the co-main. I could see him doing that.
Oh, and do like a winner thing. At this point, though, I think we can agree.
No.
And we'll have to get to Dustin.
No winner. No winner. Winner does not get to fight Islam. Winner has not beat anybody.
Yeah, but if one win, they'll put Connor on a fucking rocket, dude. That's all they need.
Straight to the top.
But you gotta fucking beat him, and then you gotta fight.
Then you gotta think, if they're fighting 170, they're not gonna let them fight for the 155 belt.
Oh, I think they would. Because his whole plan was he was going to come back and fight Cowboy at 70, and the idea was like, it'll still count really for 55. They're both 55ers. They just don't want to cut weight. And then it's just like,
that's crazy.
Now, I don't know. That's become his thing. But, yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. But I think Gamrot definitely has deserved, like, he set himself up for a big fight night main event or something against one of these other guys.
I like what you said. Let him fight. I don't think you did the loser. I think you let him fight. And if you want to do the loser, by all means, it's either gonna be somebody he beat or somebody crazy like Charlie Olives.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you did the,
honestly, bro, the fucking risk that DP just took fighting somebody so far down in the rankings and then showing out like he did, he does not need to fight anybody ranked below him at all.
Dustin?
Yeah, no, not again.
Not. No, absolutely.
And then it's like,
bro, that was an 11 man gap there.
Yeah, so it's just like, yo,
because he did not have to take that.
No, he took a big risk for the company and like to try to like promote a new star.
It was canceled.
You know what I mean? So it's like, go ahead and I don't know. Yeah, I go ahead and push him.
Bro, I saw where Dustin was like, "Y'all beef will never be settled." Me and Connor.
Yeah. No.
Fuck him. Man.
Yeah. You don't say that shit.
When I seen this name right here, I was like, "Why does she look so familiar?" And then I realized that's Chukagian.
Yeah. And then she was like, "I'll find an equally hard to pronounce." Well, I guess Sermonara seems a little easier than Chukagian.
I am so happy that Macy Barber won.
Yeah, I'm a big Macy Barber.
So happy.
Big fan of Macy Barber.
I like Caitlin Sermonara, whatever you want to call her, Chukagian. But I was very happy that Macy Barber won, and it was kind of a dogfight. I mean, they was really going out there and
good little fight. Dude, Macy's strong as fuck.
Yeah,
she looks strong. You can see like in like the size of like her deltoids, like the weight, like she's got like a lot of power. She has a thing on her feet where she will throw and be just out of range a lot. She almost like makes the like almost not necessarily like quite as like karate, but like. She is kind of like she'll do like some of the yells and stuff from the outside, but yeah, we'll just be like just out of range. So, and I don't know if that's maybe like her not wanting to get hit back, but I think if she can kind of figure out how to really like get in the pocket a little bit more,
better range, or is she doing that as a? I mean, because I've seen some people do that as a tactic. Let me just stay just out of range, so maybe they want to move up. Because if I'm out of range, maybe they're out of range too, and they want to scoot up. And when they scoot up, I'm a better striker than them. She's a pretty good striker. I mean, realistically,
exactly. So,
and I don't know. I don't know what's in her mind, but she's still kind of young.
For sure.
But yeah, no, it was a good fight. I was very happy she won. That sets her up for a top fiver, easy. Probably one win from the title shot if it's a.
Well, she was number 6 going into it, fighting number 4, so she's got to
at least be 4.
Had to have taken that.
And that's going to be at here, right? So, I mean, these two are going to fight because they're the coaches of Ultimate Fighter now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be this chick has a fight.
Fioro's booked against.
Booked against fucking Blanchfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll fight the. I think she fights the winner of that one, and the winner of that one gets the next shot.
Easily. Also, speaking of that division, Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso, coaches Ultimate Fighter next season. Pretty cool. Should be fun.
Yeah, that's true, and I think Grasso will win that again.
That'll culminate at the Sphere, right? UFC Noche at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yes, and I think that'll be good.
That'll be pretty cool. I wonder how that'll translate to TV. Like, clearly in person, that'll be the coolest shit ever. But like
the Sphere?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Like how they'll translate what they are doing there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
How will we see it? And
we're gonna just see it as a fucking stage.
Yeah. They probably won't change.
People on the outside of the Sphere are gonna be seeing it as, well, see, what do you do then? Because you can't give people free TV.
No, I don't think it's just gonna. I don't think they're gonna.
I would play all of the prelims on the outside of the Sphere.
It's fucking crazy.
I would play every prelim.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna lose some money off of that because people aren't buying into ESPN. But think of the money you're gaining.
Oh no, you'd have like a social media shitstorm. Not really a shitstorm.
Yes,
it would be like a cloud.
There would be so many people trying to go to a next fight. Just based off, oh my God, what people who don't watch UFC are going to be, I mean, if you're
I think that's how the Sphere is going to be right now. I think a ton of people are going to go to that show just to see like what the UFC does.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
I was actually very surprised at this because I was all on Almeida. It's not because I don't like Curtis Blades, but I just thought this dude really had all of his shit together. And really, it kind of looked like he got gassed out.
So I thought coming in kind of the opposite. I thought that Curtis, because I knew that Gelatin.
After seeing him get knocked out by balls are hot with the
Derek Lewis,
and he got hit with this right here and then knocked him out. This dude's got so much power. I was just and he's very well rounded. I was just thinking, man, you really can't mess with this dude,
bro. I bet Derek Lewis could hit you with really just about any part of your body, where just fucking stiffen you up, you know. So especially that forearm, like that's a fucking solid chunk, you know. The knuckles don't really knock you out. It's more so just like the force, the weight behind it. I just know that Jonathan Almeida has such a heavy grappling attack, and I knew that was going to be a lot of his bases. I really thought that Curtis Blades, with as good as his wrestling is, would be able to maybe negate it, turn it to like more of a stand-up bout, and I didn't really know how that would play, but I was going with Curtis to make something happen. Didn't really see it going like this, because the first round, I mean, he got kind of bullied. I think I think they accredited him with or Gelatin with 9 takedowns in round 1, something like that.
9. 9 of 13,
which is
it didn't throw any strikes, 9 of them, but you got taken down 9 times, man. You just
but and also though I saw some controversy where they were saying that,
but you didn't see he had to have got gassed out. I mean, you did 9 in the first round, and then obviously it ended in the second round, but none. I mean, this dude hit you with 16 shots to 1. So
it was 30 seconds. He didn't have no time to really throw shit, because whenever he comes out in the second round, he shoots again. I think he was in on a single leg there against the fist.
Yeah, and then he got hit with
Curtis Blades drops about fucking, I thought probably 20 rapid fire. They didn't look, I mean, I was gonna say they didn't look hard. I mean, Curtis Blades looks like he hits real fucking hard.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, didn't look like, he wasn't like fucking swinging full, you know, he just
I thought he was elbowing.
And it was like, it was so weird, because like he hits him with like 20 of them, and then Gelatin, you see him let go,
and then he
rolls over, like kind of covers his face, and it was like it slowly knocked him out or something. It's like he like powered down, like you know, go to sleep. Like when he's robot, it was like that
rest mode. You put it in rest mode,
like that fucking Windows soundbite. Like he fucking.
It's funny.
Like I don't know. He fucking he faded out.
And now he said the only thing he's gonna fight is for the title.
Curtis Blades said that.
Yeah, they were like, what if they try to put you against Gon? He said, no. He said he'd fight Tom. He said, I'd fight Tom or for the title, because he said, I called out Gon and he didn't want anything to do with me, and then Tom Aspinall called out Gon and he didn't want nothing to do with him either. He missed his shot. He's not gonna call me out now and expect to get a fight.
My brother in Christ, you gotta fight Gon.
You gotta fight Gon.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, honestly, Curtis would dog the shit out of Gon, bro. He would dog walk Curtis or Cyril Gon. If I don't know, man. It's just like, unless he's gone to Dagestan, we don't know about it, and Gon's been in the mountains fucking just getting it in, even then I don't really think it's going to help him much, dude. I think Curtis Blades would wrestle fuck Cyril Gon. So yeah, I don't know. If I'm Curtis Blades, I'd take that fight and build a name off of Gon, because I feel like, I don't know, more people know Gon, but I think because the fact that Cyril Gon fought John Jones and he fought Francis Ngannou, more casual people have seen him main event big cards, big pay-per-view cards. You know what I mean? He was champion. He's you know what I mean? Like the interim champion, I guess. Was it interim or was it interim champion? So yeah, that would be huge for you. You could fight Gon and main event a fight night or something. Or I mean, you fucking fight him on a 3-rounder on a pay-per-view or something like that. But I feel like just the promo packages you could have off of that, you take that win and then you definitely, catapult yourself. But right now, bro, nobody knows what the fuck's going on with Tom or with John. So for you to try to wedge your name into that off of a win, but like you kind of got taken down, not taken down 9 times, because I saw DC arguing that because his hand stayed locked, Almeida's hand stayed locked, that technically those were mat returns, even though they got back to their feet and he
this ain't wrestling, dog.
Took him back down to the ground.
Just
to me, that feels like if we both get back up to our feet and then I take you to the ground again, even if my hands were still locked, it feels like that's a takedown. But Daniel Cormier, who am I to tell him what is and what is not a takedown?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
You have, hey, we're here to throw our 2 cents in the boat.
He said we deserve our goddamn part.
Fuck 'em.
It felt like
he got up. We got up. He went back down.
Take him back down. You know what I mean? Don't necessarily. I didn't have to shoot a shot.
I'm not getting a point for every time I take him down. Fuck it, it's a takedown.
Yeah. So I
have nothing against DC, by the way.
But you take that kind of shit for 5 minutes. You don't, and then you come out and you don't. I wouldn't call it a lucky knockout, but definitely it wasn't like you fucking pieced him 2 times. You know,
right,
it was like you more so kind of caught him slipping than you do. You know, he just didn't. He failed. He failed to react to your shots quick enough. You know what I mean? So to be like, yeah, I'm also going to be in one of the 4 guys. It's just tough. But honestly, dude, Dana's probably chomping at the bit to get something for Tom, to get everybody to shut the fuck up about the Tom John thing. So he will probably jump on that. Who knows?
Let him have it. This one, pretty good one.
Piotr Jan. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot Piotr Jan's a bit of a slow starter.
Yes.
And in that first round, I started thinking, I was like, because it's been a little bit since he's had a fight, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, yo, is he about to fuck around and lose this fight?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bro, please don't lose now. Come on. I forgot how tough Song Yudong was.
I knew he was a dog, but I was just like, I don't know. He just started slow, and Song Yudong. Go to the stats. What were the strike numbers the first round?
Close.
Damn. Okay.
But he had a takedown, so I was like, okay, you could have gave that, This one, obviously a Piotr Jan.
And honestly, they both. I mean,
so it's the takedown is really what I think is really what wins you the round in round 3 here. Because otherwise, it's a close round that could have went anywhere.
I just felt like Jan was landing the cleaner shots.
Yeah, he was. It looked like they were more powerful.
Combinations that he was mixing up with. He started doing Jan shit, and I was like, okay, we're back, dude. We're back. I love Piotr Jan, man. 40, what a mean-looking little motherfucker.
So, if you would have thrown the same amount of shots and you did in 2 and 3, you would have won this all 3 rounds. But I think
it's crazy just to see that round 2, he literally throws twice as many. Round 2, 3x. Then he's still throwing, double the amount in the 3rd round.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I enjoyed it. And now, what do you do now? At bantamweight, I don't know. He's just gonna have to wait a minute.
Yeah, also has to wait a minute. Yeah, bantamweight's kind of jammed up. Go to the rankings, because O'Malley's got Merab.
The only person
Aljo's tied up at 45. They should probably take him out of there. Corey Sandhagen
already fought him.
They already fought, and it was kind of like
controversial.
And I think Corey and Umar is really the next fight to make. Dude,
and somebody Merab said, why should Merab get to fight, or why should Umar get to fight Corey? I didn't get to fight Corey, and my thing is, you're not that exciting.
Well,
and Umar has a name.
I like Dualis really, but I do think it's the name that is really going to carry Nurmagomedov over for sure. And also, Nurmagomedov is a more exciting fighter. just because, I think that he's more well-rounded with what he can do on his feet and on the ground. With that being said, Merab's still an absolute fucking train. But yeah, I think Piotr Jan and Cheeto Vera? What's Cheeto? I mean, you know what I mean?
He just got bullied.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
He's gonna be out long. I'm pretty sure he broke his cheek. He's gonna be out a while.
For a hot
you can give him Henry.
I don't know if Henry's coming back to 35 though.
That's true.
I don't know.
Fucking damn font. I mean, otherwise you guys got to wait.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things. Yeah, got to see how shit plays out.
Man, this one here, man, you were winning the whole fight. This really hurt my feelings because I really like Gilbert Burns. He is one of my top 5, I think, fighters, just in terms of how good of a person he is, how he fights. He's good at wrestling. He really hits you with the truck. And you're winning the whole fight. And you lost with 1 minute and 17 seconds left.
So I had it 1-1 going into the third. I think
I had it 1-1, and then I thought he was up.
I thought he was winning the third round,
yes,
for sure.
And so the first round was let's look at the stats. I think
the first round was super close. That's the one that I gave to JDM.
Yeah, no, I had 3 takedowns. I had it him. 100% had it. I mean, see,
this is the one where I felt like he got controlled more. I might have that backwards, but I thought that in the first round, it just felt like he was doing more with his strikes on the feet.
Right.
For me, the second round, the takedowns didn't play as big a role. Well, I mean, I guess they did play some, but I felt like he landed the heavier strikes. He landed like a big, like even though he got outstruck, I felt like he had some of the, like he landed a big elbow that kind of knotted up Jack's eye.
How the fuck you have 2 takedowns and in 3.5 minutes you had no strikes?
He's not like a big ground and pound guy. And he's not even a huge submission guy. I mean, he will submit you. Like, Gilbert is really good with control and kind of keeping himself safe and being able to, like, I mean, I guess, like, work his way to submissions, but he's not like a big, like, jump guillotine. You know, he's not like, going for crazy shit. He's definitely going to do a position over submission kind of game. And I think that a lot of that was controlling from the back. But then, dude,
he fought way down, too. I didn't realize that.
Bro, but JDM had a big name coming into it, too. And this was a big test.
I think I saw the next fight that they got for JDM and Shavkat.
I know that he called him out. He called Shavkat out.
And then Bilal Muhammad was like, which one of my sons am I going to get to fight next after I win the belt? That's what he said, bro. I was like, what? Dog, first of all, you ain't fighting for the belt. That ain't happening, Bilal.
Yo, what is it going to take to get Bilal over, bro? Hey, real quick, dog, what happens first? Bilal gets over with the fans, or Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor fight each other?
Bilal ain't getting over with the fans. Bilal won't get over with the fans until 2029.
Why is that one?
I mean, just look at him.
Yo, look at him. You're like,
he's back.
I like Bilal.
I'm wondering, man. And when he's commentating, I actually don't mind it. But then he'll say some stupid ass shit, and I'm like, bruh, go ahead and get off the table. I don't want to see you here no more.
Damn.
Like he's kind of knowledgeable. He really is.
I think he's a great analyst. Yeah, I don't know if he's fighting Shavkat next. I don't know. I will say, dude, Jack Della Maddalena, some of the best body work in the fucking game, bro.
He did. I think he hit him with like a right hook or something, and I was like, God, dog, what a shot to the body. I was like, God, it's gonna hurt me.
And he does so well. He'll double up and he'll switch stances just constantly throughout. So like you never know if you're, getting hooks from like the right side or from the left side. He'll throw rear hooks and lead hooks to the body, and he'll double up. He'll pop up top to get your hands up. It's a real light one, and he's not like ever digging and ripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just pop. He's real like kind of quick touch, and like would kind of catch Gilbert trying to circle out. He would be circling out with his hands up. He'd throw a light hook up top, and Gilbert would kind of keep the hands up because he feels it come in, and then bam, he would dig to the body with the second one. Mixed it up well on him, and then dude, the finish was crazy because he's on the ground. Gilbert's got his back kinda. I don't think he has like one hook in because they're kind of against the fence, so it's an awkward position. And JDM kept doing these awkward like rolling over his neck, kinda like a Granby roll kind of thing, like just trying to roll out of the positions. And a lot of times Gilbert was doing a good job of just following him. But as he rolls out of this and it creates his weird scramble, he pops up to his feet. And as Gilbert's getting up to his feet, and he goes to move in. I want to say goes to shoot him for another takedown, and then bam, eats the knee, crumbles down.
Nasty knee.
And then, JDM kind of swarms him, lands some elbows. Some kind of looked like they were going to the back of the head, but, Gilbert was kind of turning away. I didn't think they were horrible.
I mean, no, it was good. The knee was nasty. The knee was, it almost knocked him out on his knees. He was like, ugh.
Yeah. Because he kind of went back, or like stumbled backwards a little bit, and then ended up kind of falling down. So, dude, Gilbert's tough as fuck, but what a shot. Dude, JDM, super poised. And I was fucking, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was talking about, like, doing like a bit of a breakdown on this thing. And they talked about how if you watch him, he's never out of position. He's always like right there. You know what I mean? Like he'll switch stances, you guys kind of throw, but like he's never like in a bad spot where like he has to cover a bunch of distance to get to you. He kind of stays constantly in your face. He kind of stalks you down. He's never like really loading up. He's able to like pressure you without putting a crazy pace that he has to necessarily maintain. He just kind of stays constantly walking down, stays in a good position to constantly be attacking. So yeah, dude, Shavkat, the Shavkat call out.
Good call out, because you beat him. You should beat an unbeaten.
Well, I wonder what his rank is now. I mean, he just beat the number 4 guy. They had to have shot him up.
Gotta be. If he's number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Why did Colby move up?
So I think it's one of those things where they think that Colby's resume is still puts him above JDM.
It's not, though.
Which, you could say that, he fought for the belt a handful of times, although never won it, and then, did not look good at all.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. If Bilal was to fight Kamaru Usman and beat Kamaru Usman, then he could fight for the belt.
He's got to do another one.
Or you let him fight Shavkat. You let Bilal fight one of these two guys. I don't care which one you fight.
And also, what's Usman doing? Is he at middleweight now? Because he did not look bad against Hamzat. You know what I mean? But it doesn't look like they've made like any official move over. So yeah, I don't know.
It's fuck it, let him fight him. I don't care who Jack fights. He can fight Kamaru. He can fight Shavkat. You can fucking fight Bilal. I don't give a damn. Bilal, I don't think Bilal. Well, now that he's number 5, Bilal probably wouldn't take that. It's too far down. Down 3.
Yeah.
This one.
What'd you think?
I'll be honest, I didn't like it.
You didn't like the fight, or you didn't like the outcome?
I didn't like either.
Okay.
The fight was. I thought it was a little too. I thought he was a little too. Michael Page his other fights, he's very. I'm gonna say aggressive. That's not the word I want, but he was just more pussy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Kevin Holland wants to fight you. He wants to fight. He wants to get hit, and he wants to hit you. And you can see Kevin Holland was just getting frustrated. It's like, bro, come on, quit doing all that and get in here and just let's get after it.
He was making him swing big and miss big. Like in the first round, there was a moment where Kevin threw himself completely off balance. I think he ran into the fence or kind of came down to a knee for a second. I mean, he popped right back up. But you could tell he was
I thought there was too much. It was almost like the Anderson Silva versus whoever the last person he fought was. I think it might have been Kevin Holland. Or it was Israel. They just kind of spun and did random shit the whole time. Didn't really hit each other.
That one, yeah. The Izzy and Silva fight felt like there was respect, and it kind of felt like sparring. This one felt different for me because it was clear that Kevin was not sparring. It was clear that Kevin was getting very frustrated. And I will say that I didn't love the fight because I think that I had an expectation coming into the fight but the expectation was based off of Kevin being able to implement his game better. I really thought that Kevin would land more and make it maybe not a dog fight, but to see how Kevin's kung fu Muay Thai kind of, you know what I mean? He's such an awkward guy would line up with MVP's also awkward, but more flashy, taunty. I don't know. I mean, Kevin taunts quite a bit as well.
I'll be honest. The only round I actually thought that Michael Page won was 3. Even though, and see, this is a close fight, but I'm also basing this off of aggression. MVP did not come forward. He was just kind of bouncing in and out. And Kevin was just coming forward. He was like, come on, bro, fight me. I want you in here. I want you in here.
I thought he won the second round. But I did think MVP won the first. I thought that he landed the harder strikes. And I feel like he was just, while he was moving backwards, it's just kind of, that is a lot of his game. You know, move back, catch you coming in. And he caught Kevin coming in a lot. You know, I mean, he dropped him one point, the wobble time, bro. I mean, it was definitely an experience. It was not your typical fight. I didn't love it. Again, like, it just makes me more excited to see like how he would, I guess, match up against other people.
True.
But dude, Kevin looked lost in there. He goes back to the corner the first round, and he tells the coach, "Look, I can hear you, but he's faster than we thought." And then it's like, you can tell that was a problem from then on out.
Yeah.
Because he's so good. He's so long, and Kevin's long as fuck too. So dude, if Kevin Holland had trouble finding him and was throwing recklessly and still wasn't catching him with really anything, bro, who's gonna touch him? And I saw that, like, here's my thing, bro. I'd love to see him fight Wonder Boy. And I've seen like people trying to be kind of contrarians. People kind of want to be cool guys and be like, actually, that wouldn't be that good of a fight.
Who,
you know what I mean?
MVP? See if I Wonder Boy?
Yeah. Because Kevin Holland fought Wonder Boy. That was a great fight. That was like a super fun fight that I feel like a lot of people forget about. But before MVP got to the UFC, we were all like, yo, it'd be so cool to see him fight Wonder Boy. That's like our MVP kind. That's our karate guy. And then he got to the UFC and
because Kevin wasn't doing his normal bouncing. Like you see him normally doing that kung fu bounce. Wasn't bouncing much. Wonder Boy bounces nonstop.
Well, yeah, I think Wonder Boy would at least be more familiar with the style like Paige. Not, I mean, for sure he's going to be flashy, but I think that he would have a better understanding of range, when Paige could come in, and I think he would have a better understanding of how much distance somebody like MVP could close. I think that he would see something like that more often. When you see karate guys, they're so good at fucking, they will like close crazy, you know, lengths in whether it's with punches or kicks. Machida was really good at it. Wonder Boy's really good at it. Paige is great at it. But then I've seen people come out and like be like, well, actually, that might be kind of a boring fight because, you know, the two of them, you know, yada, 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 just like styles make fights. And dude, fuck that. I think it'd be super exciting. Yeah, I mean, I make it a 3-rounder if you think it's that big of a deal. But I think over the course of 5 rounds, if those guys main evented a fight night or something like that, I think that it'd be super fun. Even if it was kind of sparring based, I think that they would jive in there because the Wonder Boy's a nice guy. I think that he might talk a little bit.
Right.
'Cause I saw Paige talking to Holland a couple times. Which, I mean, looked like it was super pissing Kevin off. But the thing is, bro, you talk in there and you talk shit. You know what I mean? But I guess like you are, maybe you consider you're willing to stand and fight a little bit more. But I would say Paige is still standing, he's still fighting.
And Kevin's not. I don't think Kevin is there to be a flashy. When the flashy comes out, it just comes out.
Happens.
But he just wants. He's just in there to fight.
He does seem like that one of those kind of guys. Where Paige, and I would argue this, but that is still fighting. You know, just because you don't want to get hit doesn't mean you're not fighting if you are throwing. Now, if Paige is just running backwards and like wasn't throwing shit, then it's different. But he had such a good like jousting straight shot when Holland would get in close enough, he would just kind of meet him in the middle and just kind of, he was the one landing the harder strikes. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be excited to see him fight Wonder Boy. I'd be excited to see him match up against a lot of guys on the feet at least. Like Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
You tell me that's not a fun fight? Like that's a good fight? There's a lot of guys to match him up with. I think he took 13 from Holland.
He went to 12 or he went to 13. I think Kevin went to 14. Or either he went to 12 and Kevin stayed at 13. But I think Kevin went down one.
Yeah.
He went one above him. He went to 12.
That's fair. Yeah, but no, that's fun. I feel like there's a lot of fun fights, which I mean, I think he's like 36, so
he ain't got any more left in him.
Yeah, so let's give him a handful. I don't know if they're really like in any hurry to like rush him to the title. I don't see him beating Leon Edwards. I think that Leon's got a little bit too much of a well-rounded game.
It depends on he'd have to see how. You have to go through a couple fights to see if he progresses. Now he's like, okay, I'm fighting people who are better than they were in the place I was.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can mix some stuff up, or if he's just here to just collect a paycheck. And he says he's there to go out on top, so I don't know.
I mean, dude, it feels dumb. I don't know you're gonna say it.
Might as well.
Bilal, You know what I mean? Like,
Give him Bilal.
would Bilal get over if he beat an MVP kind of guy? People, I feels like MVP. I don't know how MVP is with the fans right now because that wasn't like a crazy guy. I feel like people to some degree are a little bit let
He'd have to go in there
down.
and fight a couple more times.
But I feel like it would be dumb to give Bilal somebody so far down in the rankings. That'd be disrespectful as fuck. But it just kind of feels like, I don't know. Just trying to think about.
You're thinking about Bilal.
Bilal, I'm trying to get Bilal Bilal.
They gotta let Bilal fight.
Yo, if they offered Bilal the number 13 ranked guy, he'd probably fucking
He'd probably
lose his mind,
quit.
bro. Yeah.
He'd probably quit.
I don't know, dude.
Hey, bro, I'm going to tell you, if I would have bet 2,000, I'd have won 40.
Yeah, you'd have a little stack.
Bro, this shit was crazy.
That was a wild
This
fight.
shit was crazy. I was literally getting so fucking. I was nervous as fuck. When people I like get there and fight, I told you before, I get nervous as fuck.
Yeah.
I literally put my controller down and I quit playing. And I was watching this, and no shit, I was shaking. I was like, oh god, this man's really finna put Dustin on his shit. He's finna put him down. And because I had DP all the way.
Yeah.
And he kept fucking jumping the goddamn gilly, bro.
How many gillies did he jump? Was it
Like 6.
I
He said they kept telling me, don't jump the gilly. I
You
said,
literally-
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Dude, they told him that in the corner. Mike Brown yells up, he goes, "No more guillotines."
He said,
Dude, almost
I heard him when he said it,
immediately.
and I thought to myself, they present it to me, I'm taking it.
And he fucking took it. And then they're on commentary and they're like, it's one of his better submissions. And then John Andy goes, Dustin Poirier has no wins by guillotine. And Daniel Cormier goes, all right, that was a good stat.
But I think what does it for him when he jumps the gilly is it makes him panic a little bit and quit doing whatever they're doing. But the dude was panicking. Benoit would panic. Because Dustin had it set in a couple times. You can see him like he'd stop punching him and he'd start pushing it off. I guess that makes him back off a little bit and tires him out just a little bit so that Dustin can.
But it does put you in a shit spot. I mean, I guess depending on who you're fighting, you know,
If you're fighting Islam,
Khabib, you know what I mean?
he jumps a gilly in there, and we thought for a second, we thought.
Gilly on a beam, dude.
Nobody
And
does that.
then you're on your back and now you're
I
fucking.
don't know what it is. Why can't he hold that in? Why can't he hold that? Because he had it in there deep a couple times, bro.
Probably because of that. Yeah, like, I mean, even if you've never gotten a win with it, if you just know that, like, or it could be a thing that in the gym he's constantly getting it. You know what I mean? If he's just constantly, anytime he gets in a spot like that, boom, just wraps dudes up with the guillotine. The guillotine.
But
you know what I'm
does
saying?
he have? Okay, so I mean, does he think that he has a better squeeze than he really does?
I don't think so. I mean, you might just think that you have it deeper in that you do, or that you'll be able to work it in. Again, I would attribute it. I bet he gets it a lot in the gym. I bet it's a thing that he does catch dudes with, probably high level guys a lot. And he just has like a confidence in it, and then he gets out there and it just doesn't work. Or I mean, I want to say Khabib said that like whenever when he jumped the guillotine, I was kind of in like he had a squeeze on him.
He must just maybe his grip strength is not there. Maybe the holding on is what he's not got with him. Like once he gets in battle, the fucking grip because where he's losing it is like he's got him in it. And then it's just like his arm slides out of his hand is what I'm going to assume is probably what's going on.
I mean, I don't know how much they're doing shit in the gym with guys with Vaseline on. So I don't know, maybe that could have something to do with it. More greased up head.
Right.
Could be sweatier. I mean, I bet you're getting pretty fucking sweaty.
Bro, he jumped the first gilly within like 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's
he
kind of
was
wild.
in there, bro.
So I don't know. Yeah, I would bet. I don't think his grip strength is going. I'd like to see the numbers on how many guillotines he's jumped total in his career and how many
I was
he's
going to say,
lost.
in this fight, 30.
Yeah, dude, quite a bit.
See, because and he was actually defending the takedowns pretty well. Round 1. See, but, yeah, I wish they would show how many and see, they don't show it here. Submission attempts 3. So in round 1, he attempted 3 gillies.
Yeah.
Round 2, 1. Round 3,
No, I didn't make it 3.
didn't make 3. That's right.
Oh, yeah, round 2 just.
And see, he was getting pieced up on the feet. He really was. My man was really dogging him on the feet. He was tagging him. He was getting tagged.
BSD was doing his thing. I didn't think they looked bad.
I think he was a little. He was trying to go too fast, and I don't know if Dustin doesn't fight fast. He fights kind of precise. Like once he hits you and gets a couple bang bang, and he realizes they're hitting, well then he's gonna pour it on. So then he gets kind of fast. But I think Benoit was just he was just trying to rush it, man.
Well, he's always kind of a reckless, like crazy dude, and like
and then I think
that's how you get a ton of
he
finishes.
said, I was extremely dehydrated. The weight cut was awful, and I hate when people use
said that
that.
he was on the antibiotics for the staph infection. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I guess, but I don't feel like you lost because you lost in the second round. Then I bet you were tired, and maybe you could say that you were more tired.
7 takedowns,
but it's like now, had you got gassed out and like got TKO stopped on your feet in the fifth or something, I could see like, yeah, you know, antibiotics, they played a role. But I mean, you threw a hook, he threw a hook. I want to say at the same time, and Dustin caught him with the lead hook, caught him with the right hook.
He threw one, and Dustin dodged it, and either Dustin went under it and came back up. Dustin either went under it or went over it. I think he actually ducked and went under it, and when he come up, it was like a fucking dog.
He blasted him, dude. Boom. I mean, he flopped back.
That one shot when he was on the ground,
yep.
It was fucking
all it needed, bro. And it's just like, bro, who is better in the fucking pocket than Dustin Poirier?
Nobody.
Like, who in the world wants to run up on Dustin and just get to throw it right here in a phone booth? Let's fucking stand down and box. Good luck, dude.
And see, if Dustin makes it past Gaethje's kick, Dustin wins that fight, I think. Because they're going to get in close. They're going to. And Dustin's going to win that in close battle, as he always does.
That would have, yeah. I mean, well, he won the first fight, correct?
Yeah.
He stopped him in the first fight. Yeah, knocked him out nasty on the inside like that, kind of boxed him up.
I really think it was a lucky. I don't think it was a lucky kick. He threw the kick where he's supposed to, but Dustin kind of blocked it. I just think it was a lucky where the way he hit him.
Oh, Justin Gaethje's just a fucking freak.
And he
you know what I mean? That dude's built out of wood, man. I mean,
it's crazy. And I'm glad Dustin won this. I was so happy when he started tagging him and he kept jumping Gilly. I was getting mad as fuck sitting right there. I was like, Dustin, bro, stop, please stop jumping the Gilly, man. It ain't doing it. Then he'd sink one in and it would almost go. And I was like, squeeze the fuck out of him, dog. Squeeze his fucking head out with you. And it just wasn't working. And then when he fucking hit him, I was like, man, this is good. I'm happy. I was going, yes.
Yeah.
I was so happy, man. And now it's Islam said he's down. If Dustin said I didn't take any damage,
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, go to the rankings, because we know that the top's log jam, so who knows for Dustin. But let's see what they do with BSD now, because he
went up one.
Okay.
Rafael went down. So
okay.
I seen where it was going to be. I seen Jalen Turner versus I think it was Renato Moicano got added to. That's a 300. I think he got added to 300.
For real? Huh.
I think so.
I'm not mad about that at all. That's another super fun fight.
It's either 300 or maybe the one after that. So you might give Benoit, might give him Fiziev or give him Beneil.
Yeah. I wonder, dude, if Fiziev comes back from the injury soon enough, then that would be a really fun fight.
Fiziev beats him.
Probably so.
Fiziev is too good at kicking to that. Like he mixes.
Fiziev also has crazy head movement.
Yes,
you know what I mean. He'll get in a firefight, but I think that he's going to be more defensively responsible.
And then. Yeah.
But who knows how more BSD I would assume is going to come out of this and be more refined. I think that he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and realize, hey, these elite guys can take a licking and they're going to roll with some of my best shots and they're going to hit me back.
I'll be honest, if you went ahead and gave Dustin Islam in June, if he loses Islam, he'll stop fighting. I think he'll stop fighting.
I don't think he's got very many
I think
more.
because he's said this a few times the last few fights. I ain't got many more left in me. The title is obviously what I want. I think if he got the title, he might even retire after getting the title just to say I made it through the title.
Yeah. I can see that as well. I don't see.
I think he loses to Islam.
What would he have to prove? I mean, also though, I could see Dustin Poirier if he won the title, wanting to be like a real champion defense, like do that. True. That's just kind of his persona. He
might would take on Justin for a third time for the title,
some shit like that, depending on how it all works.
Dustin is and when Dana came out and said that's where legends. He said he's a legend for that. People who do that and take those kind of fights and handle themselves, legendary.
There is nobody. I mean, I guess you could argue there's guys on the same ilk, but like there's no one that you look at above Dustin Poirier in terms of like just how they handle themselves. I mean, clearly this is how he handled himself in the cage in the fight, but even outside the cage, in the manner of like taking a fight like that, you know what I mean? Like that's still like an in the cage thing, but just like the personal, the character that comes with something like that.
And you don't hear a lot of him going, I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. Like this one, I think he did do that, but that was partially. He was like, I didn't hear from my manager for a couple days. We don't know if that's what it was.
There seemed to be a bit of a.
But then they come out and we're like, well, I guess we'll give you a little bit more because you are fighting 9 spots lower than what you should be.
You're a dangerous guy. You know what I mean? So.
And you risk not ever getting another title shot.
Yeah. I mean, dude, against a guy like that, you risk fucking getting injured bad. You know what I mean? That guy knocks you out. You could, especially that late into your career, like, you know. So yeah, no, he deserved the money that he got.
Dog, I'm just going. Hey, Sugar Sean. He really did his damn thing here. He put it on him.
Yeah, bad.
And one thing that I did notice and it might just be because this is Cheeto, or I can't remember if I've noticed him do this in other fights. When he starts fighting and he starts putting a lot of shots in and he's really hurting somebody and he can't put them down, he gets a little reckless. And then he gets touched. Cheeto touched him a couple times when he would get kind of crazy. You could tell he was getting a little angry, and because he wasn't able to knock him down or knock him out with some good shots. And he'd get a little reckless, and he'd quit doing all his head movement and his in and out, and he'd get touched. Or he'd try to dodge, and he'd get clipped. And I think when he goes and watches that, because I know he went and watched it right after, but when he sits down with his team and is like, hey, you got to get your fucking emotions in check in times like that. Because he got clipped. And my man Cheeto can hit hard now. Oh yeah, he can hit hard. And he was really lucky that he didn't get, because that's when Cheeto, the later rounds, when Cheeto really starts putting it on you.
I think it was round 4 when Cheeto kind of started to come back a little bit. You know, like his corners were like hiving up.
Yeah, and I think that's when I think he Sean was getting there kind of close, and he tried to back out. He was just in there too long. You could tell he was getting mad. He was trying to swing a little bit harder, and he got clipped with like a hook going out. And then he got hit with a second one when he was trying to get away, I believe is what I saw. And I was like, damn, son, you can't take that many of that like that, because this dude will take your fucking head off.
Yeah. And I saw some people talking about he got hit with a body shot in the 5th. I think pretty late.
It was after the bell.
Oh, was it a late? Was it a late?
It was either a uppercut or it was a knee. And I believe is what the one there, because that's when I saw it. Flush. If there's 15 more seconds, he's hitting the ground. Real shit.
I saw a lot of people saying that like he got hit and they're like, see, he fucking still got hurt at the end of it. And it's like, yo, if you don't go down though until after the bell has landed, who gives a fuck what you do at that point? Because it's just like, hey, the fight's over.
I'm pretty sure it was a knee. I want to say it was a knee. And if it wasn't a knee, it was an uppercut. And he got hit square. It was like right here.
Yeah, but it was after the bell though?
It was either right after the bell or right at the bell. Okay. And they hit him, and he hit him, and then the bell went off. I'm pretty sure. Or if not, it was bell, and then the final shot was Cheeto hitting him with that. And you could just see and then he stood up, and I'm gonna go say he acted like it didn't hurt, and then he sat down to recover because he hit him fucking hard. Yeah, it was his body was not tightened up ready for that. Yeah. He took the fucking shot there.
I think it could have been a thing also, man. You start landing that much at will on a guy, you kind of start to not respect what's coming back at you. You know what I mean? The numbers were, what was it, 232 to like 89 or something. Yeah, it was crazy shit like that.
Come on now, scroll for me. 232 to 89,
yeah.
Round 1.
27 to 9.
All him.
51. Jesus.
All him. I mean, yeah, he dominated all 5 rounds.
He's throwing.
Round 2 was round 3 was the closest round.
I guess.
But he really,
4 seemed to be the closest round, like in terms of like what he was able to do with the strikes. Cheeto, I felt like he was able to, kind of get in there a little bit more. Dude, what was it, round 2 where he ate that knee? Bro, the knee hurt around the world.
I'm pretty sure his shit's broken right here.
Dude, that was rough, dude. He busted him up, dude. That's not like I wouldn't say it's like a Max versus Calvin Cater ass whooping. But dude,
it was like a Cheeto versus Rob Font whooping. Cheeto whooped up on Rob Font. Beat his shit in.
He did kind of bust him up. Yeah, no, it was a bad one, dude. He got lumped, and it was one of those things where, like, dude, O'Malley was hitting with all kind of shit. It wasn't like he was just able to jab him. It wasn't like, oh man, he just can't miss the right hand. It's like, dude, you were eating hooks, you were eating spinning shit, you were eating right hands,
Cheeto did not
you were eating jab.
He typically starts out a little slower that first round, but he just didn't pick it up. He didn't pick it up at all, and ever he couldn't get going. And I knew that it was going to be. I actually thought that I had a feeling that Sean was going to like TKO him or something. I knew Cheeto was not going to win. I didn't think it was going to be a beating all five rounds.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean,
I would have expected like a 3-2 or a 4-1. I would have expected Cheeto to get at least one out of it, but no. I mean, it was a dime. I had it.
Yeah,
there was not a round that Cheeto won.
I really thought that Cheeto would pour it on a little bit more in 4 and 5, but I didn't know how much Sean would slow down. But honestly, with as dominant as the first 3 were, like, you know, I mean, it wasn't like Sean never got too reckless. Like you had said at times, like he would slip up a bit, but it wasn't like Sean was going out there standing down and digging on everything. So it wasn't. He was fighting at a pace to where it's like, oh, you're kind of doing bag work right now a little bit. Like you're kind of like you're having some shots come back, but like you're not having like this dog wrestling match. You're not eating a ton of kicks and like getting, you know, like for the most part you were kind of doing your fucking thing. You know, so maybe we would see like if he was in a dog fight for, you know, maybe then he kind of starts to wear down more in the 4th and 5th. But no, dude, he looked good, man. He looked great. And I saw people starting to come out and they're like, yo, I think now is about time to like, I think we can finally say Sean O'Malley has elite level striking. And I'm like, Sean O'Malley has had elite level striking for quite some time.
Now he has 5 rounds of elite level striking,
and he's doing it to elite opponents. And I guess you could like make the argument that Cheeto isn't elite based on how you want to define that word, because people were saying that he didn't deserve this title.
Cheeto had won several in a row.
It was a fight, a tough motherfucker.
And it honestly doesn't matter if he deserves it. If the champ says I'll fight him, that's who you get.
It's just like, dude, Cheeto Vera to fight Cheeto Vera over 25 minutes, and he's not really able to do shit with you, and you're able to do a lot to him. That's very impressive. So, I mean, it's Merab next.
And he called out Ilya. I'm cool with him calling out Ilya. I really hated the people. There was a MMA. I don't know if it was one you sent to me or not, or I saw it. It was some MMA podcast people. They were like, "You don't get Ilya. You don't get to just jump." Hey, if that sells tickets, do you know how big of a star Ilya is right now in Spain? They have done everything for this man in Spain. So if you sent Sean O'Malley to Spain to fight Ilya for the 45-pound belt, that would do numbers. So Dana White does not fucking care about Merab Dvalishvili. He does not care
I think he said that he had to defend, because I want to say that he was asked at the press conference, and I think that he said Merab's next. But yeah, I've seen people. I mean, honestly, I'm not as sick of the champ stuff as some people are.
I'm not. If they're defending both belts, if he defended his belt. Okay, right now, since he defended his belt, and I don't really think he got hurt.
I didn't love like the Volk rematch champ. Didn't love that. I was like, okay, short notice for champ. That's whack. Like we need to, like that. I didn't love that one. Also, like you just lost to this dude. Didn't love it. But like I didn't hate the first idea of it, even though Islam hadn't like defended his belt against another lightweight yet. If I'm not mistaken, he beat Charlie.
It also depends on how stacked. What are the other fighters doing? If all the other fighters are fighting and the champ is the only one not fighting, let him fucking do what he wants.
Yeah.
Like right now, Merab, he's open. So should he fight Merab? Probably so, because he's pretty well ready. He didn't take much damage. In the next camp, obviously in this camp, all he's going to do is fucking work wrestling, because that's all Merab is going to do is wrestle you. He doesn't know how to use his hands, I don't think. And you're not going to stand there and try and trade with Sean O'Malley. So in this camp, all he'll do is work wrestling. Merab won his fight pretty convincingly over Henry. So, I mean, you could do them at, what is this? This is March. I mean, hell, you could honestly do them in May. They'd probably both be ready by then. It's about 8 weeks. If not, throw them in there for June.
You do like International Fight Week or some shit like that, June or July, I think.
And then if in the meantime, Ilya was like, I'll fight Sean. And Sean was like, I'll fucking fight Ilya. And Dana was like, hey, we're doing this shit in Spain for the first go around.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm all for it.
I think where the champ thing would get annoying is, I think for a dude to really do it, he needs to kind of change his body a bit and like really dedicate almost to a move to the next class. And so it feels weird to hold the belt up for that long, but I guess if they could make an interim You can kind of move around. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I guess I'm probably more 70-30. I wouldn't say like I love the champ thing, because I think like at some point it gets played out when everybody has one, but not a lot of dudes are winning it whenever they try it. Like, it is
I
very
think
difficult.
it all depends. For me, I like it if have you at least defended yours. Like Ilya hasn't defended his right now, but who is at 45 right now that can fight? I mean, realistically, nobody other than Mobzar.
Yeah.
Other than Mobzar, nobody can fight.
It's a bit held up there.
These two just fought.
I feel like Ortega probably needs to fight Mozart, honestly.
Yeah. So right now, if you wanted to go that route, then these two, in my opinion, could fight right now. Granted, Dvalishvili doesn't have anybody, so technically, I guess you could say that. But he doesn't have a fight unless you're going to give him Mozart. If you're going to give him Mozart, I mean that would be the same champion versus number 5, champion versus number 5. Give him Mozart. I guess give him fucking Merab. I'll be honest, I think he beats Merab. I think he catches Merab the way he caught whatever the dude's name is. Fucking the faker.
Aljo.
Yeah, there you go. I'm looking at his name and I'm not realizing that's what I'm looking at.
I think that this fight did give me more hope on not necessarily this fight, but just like seeing like that knee in particular. You know what I mean? Just the idea that Merab could eat a knee like that going in, I think that would be probably it for Merab. You know, Merab's not very hittable, but Merab is hittable.
He's a little bit slower.
He's not been. I mean, Marlon Moraes, ton of power for sure. Henry Cejudo, a lot of power. But even the shots they caught him with weren't like the craziest shots though. And he got wobbled pretty good against both those dudes.
And neither one of those guys are snipers.
And that's what Sean O'Malley is. Yeah, Sean O'Malley lands the left hook. Like I think that it's going to land a lot more. I don't know, like on the button. You know, what I mean, he got clipped before for sure. But I do think that Sean is going to have better shot selection. I also think that to some degree, like skill wise, for sure, he's very good. I think people forget like the power that he has. You know what I mean? Like a lot of that is a factor of just how like accurate he's hitting you and like the technical precision. But I mean, the motherfucker can crack. I mean, like he had that knockout on the Contender Series where he literally like drops his hands and throws that straight right just off his shoulder and fucking bombed on that young man. So I think that the idea that if he touches Merab with something on the feet, I don't know how Merab really handles that, how he reacts to that getting cracked, and how Sean would react. Does he rush in and get taken down? I think that he would probably play it smart on the outside and continue to snipe away. So yeah, man, super stoked.
I don't. If you want to if they want to come together and let Ilya make it him versus Ilya, cool with it. It's gonna be a huge fight. Ilya is scary. Do I think Ilya can beat him? Ilya can beat him. I think he can beat Ilya too. He's so long. I think he can beat Ilya.
It definitely is interesting. I would lean Ilya for sure, just with the size advantage. But it would be nice to see O'Malley maybe get some more defenses against some different looks too. You know what I mean?
And then Ilya needs to defend as well. But it's like, God, who can you fight other than Mozart? You can't fight anybody. Everybody else is taken.
The crazy thing is both those divisions are stacked as fuck, but they're just in weird places where the rankings are falling.
And you don't, and I think it's better to not make the champion wait. If champ wants to wait, I mean, champ wants to fight. Fucking let him fight whoever wants to fight. You can make it happen.
And I guess like that's why it's not that bad. Like having fights like this. I mean, this was more of a storyline pushed one, you know. But I think that you could, because if you give Ilya Mozart, like that's not like a huge fight by itself. You know what I mean? At least the Merab thing has the like.
I stole your jacket. I still have your jacket.
Knocked out your homie. You've been waiting on this fight for a minute. Like,
I beat your homie.
People have been wanting to see Merab fight for forever. So there's storylines to that. If Ilya fights Mozart, there's not a lot of storylines to that at all. You know what I mean? So I don't really know.
It's just champion status.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. Fun little card. I feel like overall, I don't really know. I mean, like a letter grade on it. I felt like maybe
if I went 1 to 10 on this, I'm doing like 8-7.
That's actually very fair. Yeah. I think we're in that range.
Because you could have had. There was a lot of the decisions. I mean, if some of these decisions would have been TKOs or KOs or submission, that bumps it up to the 9. and the couple of fights that were a little slower, you throw it. It's my people. You throw it. You throw them a little bit more banger fights. A little more exciting. They become, it becomes a 10.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably an 8.5 for me. I feel like maybe I overhyped myself for it. There was only a couple slow fights in the card, but even those, like there was no like stinker fights. I don't feel like.
No.
But yeah, I think maybe I got myself a little bit too jazzed, and I wasn't let down, but I feel like, I don't know, at the end of it, I was like, oh fuck, man, it was kind of weird. It was like, it's all over now. I'm like, damn, dude, I've kind of been like jacked the fuck up about these fights like all week, so kind of a little bit of a lull on the downside of it. But yeah, exciting stuff, fun.
Overall, great one. We'll just see what we got going on. We won't do too much talking about it. Just see. I don't see too much excitement. This is gonna be an exciting fight. Both these guys like to just stand there and bang.
Anytime that Muay Thai Tuivasa fights, I got a break. I don't know.
This one, I'm not really a fan of this being the co-main.
I like Brian Battle. Weird that OSP is this high up on the card. I looked at the card the other day. My cousin had sent me this, and he's like, hey man, I need 8 for-sure winners on this card. I'm doing a parlay. And I'm like, yo, you couldn't have sent me a shittier card to sort of like pick you 8
I can pick you
for-sure winners.
Pick Thiago. I can pick probably O'Day. I can go.
Brother, you're running out of 8 now. Yeah.
Man.
I mean, like, first of all, a parlay is hard to do with fights anyway. Just because
do you understand
fights are so weird?
If he bet $1 on an 8 parlay, it doesn't matter what it is, he's getting fucking paid. $1 would get you like $800.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Then that's like the
if you bet up to like a 14, I think 14 is the highest you can go. You do a $1 on a 14, and you get them all right, you're getting like $30,000.
Oh yeah. Well, you just won't do that though. You know what I mean? Like that. That's nuts.
But it didn't happen for me. I was one off one time.
Doing a whole
$100,000 on basketball. One off. I'm about sick. Son.
Well, shit, man. This is
yeah. Well, I'm not even. There ain't really much to talk about in this one. This is going to be one of them. A lot of these folks are not. We don't really know a lot of these people.
I mean, I've seen a good bit of people that I know sprinkled in, but none of these fights are like big ranked guys. Like, no one's ranked at all to the main event.
I know Brian Battle. I know both of these. I do not. I know this guy. Don't know this one.
Okay, so there are some ranked people. Yeah,
I know both of them.
Yeah, they're girls, so they're like, we got to sprinkle them real low.
Here, I've heard of these two. Haven't really fought much. Haven't really seen much. These two, don't really know them. I've seen her, but don't really know her.
Why do they have like so many? It's like the only people that are ranked outside of the main event is like the.
Why is Thiago way down here? He's a fun fighter. He should be up there.
It's a weird, card's set up weird as fuck. Is it an Apex card? Yeah. So it's like they're not in anybody's hometown that they would be stacking it weird like that for. I don't know. I'll have to dig into it. We'll do a little research and shit. And yeah. I guess we will probably bring a little recap for that one.
That'll be just it probably won't even be very long. It'll probably be a pretty quick one.
Hey, should we say that? We said that with the old Rosenstruck card,
but
man.
Then we can probably talk about this one too after that. It's just back-to-back fight nights. Looks like.
Yeah, I think they got us stocked up the next couple of weeks, man. I think we got a good bit of shit. So I'm stoked on it. I'm looking at these a little bit, and
this is a fun one. And now the next one we got is 300. That's what we got to wait on.
Let's bang, Tui.
Yeah. Hey.